Greetings friends, it's Zera, back with another classic WoW Hunter video. Today we are versus the one and only Vael. Alright, so Vael is pretty straightforward. I honestly, it's kind of funny, because I don't really know what else to say about Vael other than don't overtake your tank's threat. I mean, it's honestly that simple. This is probably one of the most overwhelming bosses back in vanilla, because like people like kind of freaked out about it because like they just kind of tunnel visioned, you know, and then they get burning adrenaline and then they would just blow everybody up and everybody would wipe. But now that we know burning adrenaline is quite literally the only thing you have to worry about, you just exit stage left. Other than that, we just kind of go crazy. So without any further ado, let's get into this. Now, noting something that I actually didn't have set up before this fight happened was my trinket for my swapping out my eye. And the reason is that I didn't want to lose DPS on Razor Gore, so I didn't have the eye, because you end up killing so many mobs that by the time Razor Gore comes out, you're like, well, crap, I'm not going to bother putting the eye on. And I just go ahead and just put the eye on here right before the pool. I'm like, okay, I'm going to need to go ahead and swap my trinket macro out. So put this on here, swap this out, fight starts. DPS doesn't do anything for a second. We wait till our pet gets absolute threat here, and now we start opening up. So start with aim shot, multi-shot, or excuse me, auto shot, aim shot, and just go ham. Now, the thing is here, all you literally have to do is just manage your threat. Now, typically I would have a tiny threat up, which is a window from, I believe it's from details that can tell you where you stand on your threat. But, you know, as long as we let our tanks get a solid 2 globals to start the fight with, and obviously our main tank also has Thunder Fury, so short of both of our main tank and, you know, secondary main tank, if long as 2 of them don't get burning adrenaline, it's not gonna be a problem. And that almost never happens. It always just seems to be the DPS for some reason. So this fight is quite literally just, see, there's burning adrenaline on Tree Corb. So Tree Corb's gonna run out, he's gonna get the heck out of dodge, and he's going to begin to blow up. So here I'll pop rapid fire alongside Devil Sar Eye and just unleash on Vael as hard and as fast as I can. Burning adrenaline on Evington. Evington bails out. Try to get one more aim shot with Devil Sar Eye. Now right here, I try to feign death and spam the macro. But as it would appear with that, well, it's technically a debuff, but it basically gives me infinite mana. With this buff slash debuff that Vael gives us, you cannot switch out of combat because my pet's dead. There's no reason that this shouldn't work, and yet somehow I spam the macro like I normally do, and it never goes on. So I lay there for like a solid 2 seconds waiting for it to come on, and it never does. So I think I finally realized after the fact that, okay, it's not going to work. We just got to carry on without Devil Sar Eye. So I don't know. Vael is kind of a DPS check in a way, but like me not having Devil Sar Eye is not going to affect whether or not we pull this off. So, you know, regardless, it was probably a good thing that I feigned death, because it drops my threat, which is not a bad idea for this fight. Otherwise, just continue to go ham on him and just hope that you don't get burning adrenaline. I've actually lucked out because I haven't gotten burning adrenaline at all in the past couple of weeks. So since that's basically all there is to Vael, there's not really a whole lot else to go over with Vael. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna talk about something that I want to show you guys. So let's take a look at this. So as soon as Vael's done, this is something you guys can keep in mind for later, but as soon as Vael is done, we literally bolt as fast as we can up the stairs, and once we get up to the top floor, we're going to go ahead and kill this first wave of ads while we still have the debuff, because while we still have the debuff, it'd be a lot easier for us to kill things. So when I get up here, I don't even bother resing my pet or anything. We get ready to go, I drop my trap, and I get ready to pull. So Oh no, a lot of people in the comment section have bashed on my kiting video. Well, you'll be happy to learn that this was now, what, 5th full clear BWL in as many weeks. So we are still kiting the Seether. I really don't know why. I've let it be known that we could just kite the captain and we could just burn down the Seether, no problem. But our raid leaders feel more comfortable kiting out the Seether and then just off-tanking the captain way off to the side. That way his AoE buff doesn't go out. We sheep the 2 casters, and then we burn down the other two drakes pretty quickly. So it actually works out pretty well. So I go ahead and pull here, and I wait for that distracting shot. Now y'all gonna like this. Y'all gonna like this. What's Zera do? What does Zera do? Does he go all the way down the hallway? Hell no. He jumps off the ledge. Okay, so after some extensive testing, I've realized that it's not actually a bad idea to jump off this platform. I've never seen him. The first week that we did BWL, he glitched out on the bottom floor, and it despawned the entire pack, and we had to redo that entire pack. So I was worried, I was hesitant to jump off the ledge like this for fear that he might flip out, he might, de-aggro, despawn the entire pack. But in my experience the last 3 weeks since I've started doing this, he hasn't. So I'm jump off the ledge here, he comes out, and then now as soon as I get to the far side, I'm going to go ahead and open up a multi-shot, auto shot, and maybe even another distracting shot here in just a second. I've got aspect of the cheetah. I'm going to run around the far edge here, and I'm literally just going to do figure eights here, man. That's really all it is. There's a distracting shot, keep thread up, just run up here. Don't have to worry about any other issues at all. I mean, this is quite literally, like, you can't do this any better. I mean, this is pretty dang, pretty awesome. I've got a healer. I got Captain Matt who's running with me. He's there to make sure I stay alive. But I mean, Seether doesn't even touch me here. I'm only taking fall damage, so it's all good. Yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So they tell me that they're ready for him. I bring him up. I get over here to the far side. I'm gonna get about right here while I'm still LOS of him, and I'm gonna fake death. And then he's gonna reset. And it's good to go. So we still have 3 seconds of the buff, and all we have left is a Seether. They literally just blitzkrieg through all the mobs. And now all that's left is a Seether. And quite literally, the next pull is the same thing. You get up there, you deal with another Seether. I pull him, I kite him the same exact way. We get into the suppression room, and we clear up through to the suppression room. And I basically do that similar to my previous pull video. I literally just pull hatchers one after another, and if there's an orc pack there, I pull the orc pack separate from the hatchers, and we just kind of just domino effect, just work our way up the suppression room on the far right side. And then once we get into the second level of the suppression room, we work our way again to the far right side of the far side of the room. We work our way up the right side of the room, and we work our way up towards Broodlord. Rinse and repeat, man. Nothing too extravagant here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it was shorter than our typical video, but Thursdays are kind of a bonus series anyway, talking about how to handle certain bosses. Literally, Vael boils down to 2 things. Number 1, you can't Fiend Death swap trinkets. Not with that debuff. It's not going to work. It's not going to let you be out of combat. So don't worry about putting on Devil Star Eye unless you feel like your guild is able to burn through Vael in under 20 or 25 seconds. At that point, I'm all for it. Do it, rock it. That way, you're not missing out on any DPS. But if your guild's taking anywhere longer to 45 or 50 seconds, maybe in a full minute to kill Vael off, just leave the royal seal on and just rock that the entire fight. That plus 48 ranged attack power would be a lot better served you. Will serve you better in a full 1 minute fight than 150 attack power is going to serve you for 20 seconds. So keep that in mind. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Love you guys as always, and I will see you in the next video. Zera out.